Mike, you excited for Rambo coming back or what?
I saw that. Sounded pretty good. I like that kid.
All right, let's check it out. Let's see what this story is all about, because it broke yesterday. We were on the show and people kept sending it. We were pretty much done with it by the time this thing came out. So, Roxy, tell me if I pronounce this kid's name right. Noah Centineo?
Centineo, yeah.
Centineo, okay. He's up for young John Rambo. Noah Centineo, the recruit warfare Black Adam, is attached to star as a young John Rambo in a prequel film currently in the works for Millennium Media. While the plot is under wraps, the film is expected to be the origin story of a young John Rambo during the Vietnam War. The character was created by David Morrell in his novel First Blood, which was adapted into the 1982 film starring Sylvester Stallone as the Green Beret, returning home and forced to flee into the mountains by a cruel sheriff and his deputies. Subsequent films dropped the more melancholy tone of the original in favor of a brutal, large-scale action, with the second one involving Stallone's character returning to Vietnam. The 5 movies in the franchise have generated more than $800 million worldwide. Jelmari Helander from Sisu is set to direct from a screenplay by writing duos Rory Haynes and Sarab Noshavrani. Stallone is reportedly aware of the project, but is not involved. Oh, I thought he was producing it. Oh, I don't know if I like that. Kevin King Templeton, Les Weldon, Jonathan Younger, and Avi Lerner produced, and the plan is to shoot the project in early 2026 in Thailand. Lionsgate, which released the past 2 Rambo picks, is the frontrunner to land the package. Centineo is currently slated to play Ken Masters in a new live-action Street Fighter next year. All right. Well, Mike, let's go with you here first. You like this kid? You dug with his casting. What do you think about this potential project? You think it's decent?
I like the last one. Was it John Rambo, or where he was going against the cartels? Like, I like that one. I mean, if they go back into the First Blood, vein of it and make it a little more serious, why not? But it seems like this kid is he seems to be attached to these big projects, and then they all fall through. Like, he was supposed to be He-Man there for a while.
He was supposed to be He-Man, yeah. And then,
so I don't know. But I like him. I really do. I think he's there's a show on Netflix. He was like a FBI recruit or something, and I like the kid. So yeah. I'll give him a shot.
Roxy, you've always been championing this kid. I remember the first time I ever heard about him was actually through you. So do you like this?
Yeah.
You do. I'm going to tell you guys then, and I'm excited to tell you guys. I have been, since I got here, shopping for cars and everything too. Car shopping is tough. It's designed, I feel, like it's like you're supposed to like second guess yourself when you're shopping. It's like, I don't know, I can't tell. Is this a good price? I think this is the right choice. Well, this is the good thing. CarGurus. You don't have to wonder. They have the most inventory of new and used cars, so you can find the best deal. And with unbiased deal ratings, price drop alerts, and in-depth vehicle reviews, you'll make a decision you can feel great about, because a big deal should never feel like a big risk. It is solid. And I think you're going to dig it, because what CarGurus is going to do, it's going to connect you with trusted dealerships when you're ready, and it ensures a transparent and hassle-free buying process. It gives you the control to shop how you want to shop, with the tools, information, and data-driven deals that you need. It's no wonder that SimilarWeb estimated traffic data shows CarGurus is the #1 most visited car shop site. So you can buy or sell your car today with CarGurus at CarGurus.com. You got to go to CarGurus.com. Make sure that your big deal is the best deal. That is CarGurus.com.
Okay. He did all those Netflix movies. Sierra Burgess is a Loser. I'm sure you guys have never heard of that. You probably have heard of To All the Boys I Loved Before. No?
Nope.
Mike, have you heard of that?
I have not.
You guys have not heard? Okay, so he's done like a lot of YA Netflix movies where he is the heartthrob. Okay. So I was excited about his initial He-Man casting announcement before that was scrapped. And actually it made me look really, really stupid, because I was in some bigwig Hollywood meeting where I brought up how excited that I was that he was He-Man, because I didn't keep up with the news. And everybody was like, hey, he's not He-Man. I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. I feel so dumb. But I've never seen Rambo.
Ever.
So I don't know anything about this franchise, but let me tell you the thing about this article that has made me know that I 100% am going to see this movie and have a lot of viewing to do, is that Sisu was my favorite movie of a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I championed that movie so hard. It was when I started with Rejects, it was one of the first times I never watched foreign language films. And I think it is like truly one of the greatest World War II movies that exists. That movie was phenomenal. It was so interesting. And I said, whatever this guy does next, I'm going to see. I guess this is what he's doing next. So
yeah, I remember Snyder was kind of raving about Sisu and this guy, and I think that's why he's excited about this. My thing, and this is unfair, and I can completely admit that. The only real reference I have of this kid is from Black Adam, and his character is a goof, so it's not. I can't see him as Rambo. It's not, again, not fair. Different role. If he's a good enough actor, he can win me over really, really quickly. What I don't like is that Stallone's not involved. Stallone wasn't involved in the last Creed, and it was easily the worst out of the three of them. I liked it. Fine movie. And I thought Michael B. Jordan did a good job directing, but not having his stamp on it. Now it's different because he originated Rocky, and he created Rocky, and that was his thing. So I think he needed to be there for that world. Even though I get it, Creed was going off on his own, but they established so much with it was weird that Rocky wasn't there. But nonetheless,
is Rambo like a pretty boy at all?
No, Rambo. So the 1972 novel to this day is one of the best books I've ever read. It's such an internal. You get this thing, the psyche of it was 1972. The war wasn't even over yet when David Morrell wrote this book. And I remember, Mike, it was right before I came to Florida State. I was reading this thing out in Madeira Beach. And I remember I just was sitting on my dad's, he lived at this place in Madeira Beach, and I was just sitting in the backyard reading it. Like I couldn't stop turning the pages. It was so good, and it's so different than the movie. Like in the book, Rambo dies. Like, and it's like, and the Brian Dennehy character isn't like he's a little bit more understanding because he was also himself a war vet from the Korean War, and so they have like this understanding. And at the end, Troutman doesn't rescue him; he kills him. And I think they actually shot that scene and deleted it, obviously for obvious reasons, because the franchise started. But it's dark. So that's my other question too: is that what they don't really make clear in this? Is this a prequel to the Stallone movies, or is this a prequel to the novel? Because very different stories. If it's a prequel to what Stallone did, I feel like Stallone should be involved. If it's a prequel to the novel, then it doesn't matter. But then they should then have him do the novel version after, if this one is a success, if that makes any sense at all.
I don't see him being Stallone like that.
Right.
He's just super. I don't know the novel, but this actor is not. If you told me to cast a young Stallone, he wouldn't be on my list of 20 people. That's
what I'm saying. So then they're not, because Stallone's Rambo is Stallone's Rambo. That's his Rambo. Like David Morrell was pretty vocal on a lot of the stuff that Stallone did, and he wasn't thrilled with it. Stallone turned that into his own character in the way that he did for Rocky. The first one is about as closest to the novel, and then Stallone took it. So that's the question: is this a sequel? Is this a prequel to the Stallone movies, or is this a prequel to the novel? Because they're two different things entirely. So there you go. I don't know. I don't know enough about Noah. I agree with Roxy that I'm excited about the director. But let's see how it turns out. What do you guys think? Put your thoughts in there. Let us know.